Hey guys, Ogs here from the US. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. In today's video, we are going to discuss about our chances of finishing top 4. Can Tammy Abram help Chelsea get to that target? And what Timo Werner signature mean for Tammy Abram and other youngsters in the team? We're gonna also talk about anything and everything Chelsea that we have time for. You wanna help your brother out? It's simple, just one click away and it's still free. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below, share. Also follow me on social media so we can keep the conversation going. Thank you. Okay guys, let's be honest with ourselves here and acknowledge that we are in danger of missing out on the Champions League next season. Why I say that? Because we have the toughest calendar compared to other teams who are fighting for the same spot. We're gonna have to meet Man City, Liverpool, Sheffield United, and also Wolves. All of them have something to play for. Either they are fighting for top 4 or they want to finish as high as possible. So even on paper, it's not easy. So we're going to have to be very, very careful and work even harder if we want to make it to the Champions League next season. And I've been repeating for a little while now that Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech don't deserve to be in Europa League. I know it's not going to be the end of the world because we already secured their signature. It's not going to change anything, but they deserve to be in the Champions League. Europa League, we can go there and win it again, but this is Chelsea, man. I don't want to go to games on Thursday night and travel 1,000 miles around Europe and come back to play in the Premier League on Sunday. And it could also affect our domestic form because remember, Europa League got more games than the Champions League, and most of the time you travel in very cold countries that you can get injured easily during winter. Like I said, it's not the end of the world because a cup is a cup and Europa League is a big competition too. Every time we've been there, we won it. So why not win another trophy? But I don't even want to think about it because I don't think Chelsea is a Europa League team. We are an established Champions League team, and that's where we belong. The question is, how can we avoid going to Europa League? Well, on paper, it's too simple. Just win all our games and we are qualified to the Champions League. Everything's still in our hands. But are we gonna perform to the level where we can win all the games? That is another question. Keep in mind, we are coming from a long break, almost 3 months doing nothing significant. And many players also are coming from long-term injuries. So we don't know how they are going to perform on the field. Fingers crossed they can perform in a good level. So let's talk about Tammy Abram because Frank Lampard in his press conference gave some kind of strange answer about Tammy Abram. When he was asked about Timo Werner, he said that he was very happy and he lauded the German international for, being one of the best and all that. But when it came to Tammy Abram, he pretty much said that the competition is very important for a team like Chelsea. Kind of sending a message to Tammy like, hey, I'm not gonna do you any favor. You have to deserve your place. You have to compete and show me that you deserve the #1 spot. It was a little bit surprising for me because I was thinking that Tammy was going to play with Timo Werner and it won't be any problem. But apparently, Frank Lampard never even spoken to Tammy about Timo Werner. It's kind of, hey, you are on your own, just fight for your place. Which put to bed all the accusations about Frank Lampard wanting only English players and the academy kid. Now he was very clear. He said that we were somehow forced to use the academy kid because of the ban, but now it's another opportunity for them to show me that they can compete with the best. So I've been saying this all along, that Frank Lampard is not biased, and if he has to take a decision for the team, he is not going to use somebody just because he's English or just because he's kid from the academy. You have to deserve your place.
Have you spoken to Tammy at all this week, following the arrival of Timo, and kind of what his arrival will mean for him and what your plans for the pair of them moving forward next season?
Yeah, I've spoken to Tammy before about the idea of competition, and I don't feel the need to have to address every player if a player comes in that might contest a position at a club like Chelsea, because that's what it's about. It's been about that in its most successful years in recent years, when we've been successful clubs in the Roman Abramovich era mainly. And Tammy obviously had a very good season for us this season. Has to sustain and improve on that, because at Chelsea we have demands. So I'm happy to have options, and we have options in forward areas, and we must have competition for places. So I'm pleased with the idea of that.
Many people have been saying that Tammy Abraham has 9 games to save his career at Chelsea Football Club. But I don't think so. Tammy is a fighter. This is the boy who missed a penalty in a Super Cup and came back even stronger after a lot of abuses. You know what I mean? So Tammy is going to take his game to the next level, and I have no doubt about it, including other youngsters in the Chelsea team, because they know if they are not performing, they are going to be on the bench, sold, or go on loan. For people who are comparing Tammy Abram with Timo Werner, saying that Tammy is crap because Timo Werner is scoring regularly in the Bundesliga, let me remind you that Timo Werner been in the Bundesliga for the last 7 years. Tammy Abraham, he was on loan here and there. This is the 2nd year for Tammy Abraham in the Premier League, if I can also count a year he spent with Swansea City, where he didn't even play that much. The same goes to Kai Havertz. The boy been in the Bundesliga for 4 years, and he's only 21 years old, or I can say 20 and few days. You know what I'm trying to say? So it tells you clearly that at Chelsea Football Club, our youngsters are at that level because they were never given a chance to play in the first team. And certain coaches even said it publicly that you have to be 23 before they even consider to give you a look. So next time, if you want to criticize a Chelsea Academy product, use a little bit of common sense and use a little bit of context. Do you think Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount, Reece James, or Ethan Ampadu, Callum Hudson-Odoi were going to be the same level if they played in the Bundesliga and given a chance to perform from the age of 17, 18? Do you think Antonio Conte or Mauricio Sarri were going to give a kid like Tomori a chance and let David Luiz leave? And do you think we were going to know who Billy Gilmore was if those coaches were in charge? Yeah, it's just common sense here. It's not rocket science. What I'm trying to say here is that we have to be patient with our youngsters. It's a process, and the process just means you have to take step by step. It's not gonna happen overnight. We have to be patient and give them time to develop without any kind of pressure. I know many people are expecting Tammy Abram to produce miracle and save us by getting us to top 4, but I'm not gonna put too much pressure on the kid because he is just a human being like you and me. He's having the same fitness issues just like other players in the Premier League, so we need to limit our expectations. I know Tammy is feeling the pressure already. By signing Timo Werner, Tammy is going to try to work even harder to prove people that he can do it. But don't expect too much because he's just a human being like you and me. I still feel inside me that Tammy Abram is going to score 20 plus goals this season. We have 9 games in the Premier League and probably few games in the FA Cup and one more game in the Champions League. So I think it's possible for Tammy to score 5 goals. So fingers crossed. Let's pray that nobody got injured and we have a very good game on Sunday so we can keep the momentum to the City game.
Get on it! Get on it, Dave! Get on it!